All right. I don't know what happened last time. It kind of froze. But I remember I was spinning the karambit. That's what I call a karambit. Most dangerous knife in the world. And I was talking about positive negative stereotypes. This time I get right back on it. Okay. Let's just read the list. I want to get through this in 15 minutes. Sorry about the last stream. I don't know what the fuck happened. Like I said, I deleted the other one. But this is going to be real talk. I'm going to read from a list. I just want to get through this and get my point across. What's the difference between positive stereotypes and negative stereotyping? That's such an important topic. So let's get through this again. Because I want to talk about this. It's so important. Positive stereotypes, they tend to go very direct. It's like Tinder street game where women swipes right. They live in a fantasy world where they can go to any country in the world and get their dick sucked just because they're a tall and white positive stereotype, just using social skills and a little bit of vibe. It's like fishing for them. Unlike short, skinny guys. Okay? Like skinny Asian men. These guys will eventually catch a few fish when they're fishing because this is the value up here. And this is the line of fuckability. For them, they just need to vibe it just to get over here. And they'll catch a few fish, as I was saying earlier. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, there was like some people here and they left. They left last time when the computer froze. Whatever. I don't care. They want to attribute it to their so-called game. They believe everything is about game. And none of it's about their SMV, looks, money, and status. Okay? They believe race don't matter because you just need to be more confident. There's no empathy for minorities whatsoever. And if you're reasonably well-dressed, they'll say, you're so well put together, John. They can't step in your shoes and see through their blue eyes. They really can't empathize with you. Some are slightly aware of their race or their SMV. They'll prey on Asian women because it's easier and they have this yellow fever. Like I said, they live in the fantasy world. And for the tactics I taught you guys earlier on the YouTube Live, if you guys learned it, good for you. They use the word limiting beliefs a lot and likes RSD ideology. Since to them, everything is not RSD ideas, it's a limiting belief for minorities. It's a limiting fucking belief. It's like the rich person who never experienced being poor and they can't empathize. Okay? They always have to say it's the right vibes. They don't believe it's their SMV because they go in the upward spiral. So it becomes their vibe. They didn't have that SMV or LMS. Okay, if they don't have the SMV or the LMS, they wouldn't even have that vibe to begin with because they wouldn't be in the upward spiral. So they're always talking about vibes. And white dating coaches, they never talk about natural status and how race helps them. They'll spin the conversation to looks. It's never about race or height. No, it's about looks. Do looks matter? Do looks matter? It's never about the other one. It's never about the race. Height, doesn't matter. It's a secret that they all use on you. Okay. So they always thinking it's a limiting belief. Quit your bitching. Then denies their privileges. That's how they think. The white dating coaches can only get other positive stereotypes that are white late. And maybe some tall black guys or some tall Latinos, but not the negative stereotypes. They rarely get much results for shorter negative stereotype minorities in Daygame. Go figure. Go figure. While white dating coaches who are white, none actually has the same day late infield from approach to bedroom, but I found that was not true. There's only like 2 of them that can do it, but not anyone from RSD. Not anyone from RSD. So it always stops at the cabin. But the problem is that when you give them authority, it's the same as giving police officers authority or government authority. You submit to authority. That's why you like RSD. Because you assume just because they're white, they're going to get some results. but they can't really show their fucking results on the same day lays. Look at Todd Valentine. Have you seen a single same day lay infield? In your mind, you're so brainwashed that you believe there is a real infield. But when you go look at his channel, it always stops at the cab or when he's walking towards the direction of home, and nothing fucking happens. Nothing happens. It just stops all of a sudden. He's the same day lay. A fucking instant date is now a same day fucking lay. Okay? So I don't care about them. It's just a bunch of faggots for 33 secrets. I don't give a fuck about these people. They're nothing to me. Unless they have 400 fucking testimonials laid in Poe, I don't think they have. They're just sprouting theories. Until Todd Valentine actually gets his first same day lay infields and post it from approach to the bedroom and closing, I don't really give a fuck what he thinks either, or anyone else. So whatever I'm telling you guys is the total fucking honest truth. Like I said earlier, somebody made a comment. I read it earlier. I read it much earlier, and I'll read it again because it's such a good comment. Because I want to address this. I love this guy's no BS, straight to the chase approach. Most PUA coaches dismisses the whole looks, race, and height question as some form of limiting belief. But when you get some experience and feel and compare your results to other guys who don't have any of these limitations, you eventually realize that looks, race, and height do matter. In fact, this guy, Johnny Lee, is willing to deal with these issues head on. And it's great. It makes it a hard sell, though, because companies like RSD creates a make-believe cult filled with these messages that people want to hear. They are nevertheless false. What you're doing is exposing the cold hard truth, open window. All. Not everyone's ready to stomach that immediately. In fact, then we eventually start to see the truth of what you're doing. Sorry, just automatically do this shit. That's like it, give a thumbs up. And also get the Elite Playbook in the Elite 30 program. In a bundle, it's been selling like crazy in the beginning of the month. Afterwards, I think the summer was over, so people were like, I need a program that's PUA stuff. I need to talk to John. I need that 5 Skypes. Comes with 5 Skypes instead of 3. And you get a discount, $600, 2 products. So you wave this knife like a pro. Yeah, well. Yeah, well. I'm really good with weaponry. I'm really good. I'm like John Wick in real life. When you guys are laughing at me from the Krav Maga clips, some guys are like, "Oh, look at John. He's like beat him." No, I can fucking I'm like a soldier in real life. So maybe I should have been a general, or some kind of in the military. I don't know. Dating coach is fine, but yeah, I can do all that shit. Every weapon I know how to use in Prague, Czechoslovakia. I remember when I first tried the butterfly knife, I cut myself. So I really cut myself because you have to hold the right handle. This is the bite handle. Or if you hold it here, you'll cut yourself. This is where the blade is. If you hold it here, you will not cut yourself. I'm safer. Make sense? So, yeah. Why you don't have a girlfriend? I used to have a girlfriend, and she was in high school. Legal here, Canada. So I realized I'd rather just seem delay. I don't give a fuck about girlfriends anymore. It's not for me. She's a bit crazy. She's a bit crazy, but really hot body. And she kind of like threatened me. It's just like, don't post my fucking bedroom infield or something like that. I didn't record it. I mean, she's fucking 17. So I wouldn't do that. So that's the story about the girlfriend. But everything is fine now. Everything's fine now. Having said that, yeah, I look young. So if you're an Indian guy, you look like a Latino, you get the Latino SMV. It doesn't even matter because of your race, you're Indian. Or you're Indian, you look black, you get the black SMV. If I look like a 22-year-old, I get the same SMV as a 22-year-old. So I think the missing piece of the game is comfort. That's such a generalized statement. Comfort. I mean, there's a lot of things in the game about value. You don't go watch my other videos. I mean, you're just sprouting nonsense. Anyways, let's continue. Let's make this video short. So what's a negative stereotype? They often experience more emotional pain when they code approach. They get rejected a lot more based on their SMV, and they know it. Oftentimes, they're going direct all the time, more than ever, getting a huge rejection rate. They believe what the dating coaches said about direct game. It gets them really bitter over time. You see their white friends talking about Tinder dates and Daygame, plus the POAs and white guys gets more dates. But he doesn't have my mental filter or clarity in the game. But he knows something's wrong. This is the hierarchy. They start to get suspicious of all the, white dating coaches. They often follow a bigger name system. If there are companies out there with a bigger name, they tend to be better marketers or Machiavellian. This is why it barely works. They get burnt over and over wondering what the hell. They often try to think looks don't matter, race don't matter, money doesn't matter. This is a negative stereotype. They think it's only a game, so that's the only category that matters. Over time, they get burnt by my message is more appealing to them, and they wake up. They get laid, and they tend to get bitter at the other dating coaches. They don't believe in fashion whatsoever for these negative stereotypes. They have bad minority hair, bad fashion. They just go and approach. Sometimes they get women way below their look scale, and even chubby ones. But to them, a hoe is a hoe, right? They always start with really good inner game, like way up there. And then since they're a lesser product, women tends to auto reject them. Over time, the results don't match their inner game because their SMV is too low. They often go in a downward spiral the more they number game it. So if they're trying to do the inner game, oh yeah, it's all limiting belief. I can achieve anything. How about this? Let's go say I have a boyfriend. When I approach him, how do I close that? Attraction, escalation, the stage of game is most important. Comfort. Attraction, comfort, escalation, the stage most important. It's comfort. Every stage is important, dude. I mean, if you're just doing comfort alone, then you can be like a tall, positive stereotype. Okay? Attraction building, sure, but it's very technical. I don't have time. I'm not going to focus on that. Attraction, comfort, escalation. Don't forget objections dealing. Seeding the maneuver and sexualizing it. You forgot about that. Escalation ladder, Adam. You don't, come on now. What about bedroom escalation? How to get her in the bedroom? How about all that other shit? Flirting. You didn't talk about flirting. You didn't talk about seduction. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. You're like an amateur thinking of the mystery method, trying to project your shit. No. If you were a dating coach, you wouldn't get anyone laid. Most girls say I have a boyfriend when I approach them. How do I close them? Well, because you're always going direct. That's why they say they have a boyfriend. Fuck. Let me focus on what I'm saying. I'll answer your question. If you say, hi, you're cute, I want to come by and say hi, she can either swipe left or swipe right at you. And what she decided to do is to swipe left on you every single fucking time I have a boyfriend. If she's seeing that right away, then she doesn't have a boyfriend. It just means you're too direct, and she's looking at your SMV. She's looking at your natural status. She's looking at your passive value. So what I mean by that is sometimes women can decide within the first few seconds whether or not she likes you. The way you're dressed, Indian as fuck. She's probably swiping left every single time. You have the wrong look. And the thing is, even if you're tall, strong, all that shit, it doesn't matter. The point is, if you're not creating some kind of dopamine release in her brain where she feels like, she feels attracted. Something needs to spark here. Dopamine is a feel-good hormone. If she's not going through a dopamine release, she's not going to be into you. And she's going to get scared and she's going to reject you. So in some ways, some kind of value matters. You're lacking it. And the way you're dressing is you're not fitting into a positive stereotype. You're dressing like an Indian guy who's a negative stereotype. That's why you're getting all rejected. So that answers your question. Stop going direct. The fuck is wrong with you? Negative stereotypes should not go fucking direct. Direct game is made for tall white guys who are high value, where she'll be swiping fucking right. Every time you fucking minorities go direct, you're playing a huge numbers game based on your SMV. It's like fucking fishing, you know? And like I said, this is the line of value, and this is the line of fuckability. And here you are with a lower value going direct. You're hitting nothing. Eventually you'll get something, like one fish, because you're tall. But for other short minorities who have a lower level of game, going direct equals swipe left. If you guys give it, like, get this, give it a thumbs up. Because I'm spending my time. I should be like teaching that inner circle right now. So I'm spending my fine time with you guys. And I made one video before this one. I deleted it because it froze. So indirect is the answer? No, fuck. It's not indirect or direct. It's a tester. 5'10" is good enough. But let's continue. Let me just finish this. They don't believe in fashion whatsoever. Bad minority hair, bad fashion. Oh, that sounds just like you. They often try to think it looks, don't matter, race don't matter. It's all game. They think it's all game. Eventually go to my site. Because a lot of people, I've been looking at analytics. I don't see as many people. Like, it used to be so many people like a few days ago. The fuck happened? JohnnyElite.com. That's my site. All right. They always start with a good inner game, but since they're a lesser product, women tend to all reject them more. And over time, the results don't match their inner game because their SMV is too low. They often go downward spiral, and they numbers game man. And anything they teach won't work for negative stereotype minorities. It is leveling. It means no matter how they try, it wasn't built for their body type. Oops, maybe I put in the wrong section. Forget the last one. But I want to talk about the most is positive stereotype minorities who claim they are negative stereotypes. They always talk about their race and how women were not initially into them because they were black, they were Indian, they were Chinese or some bullshit. They always say that, but their UAR, universal attractive rating, is higher. So looks can come in two categories. Number one, your universal attractive rating means in every single fucking country. If you're attractive in Europe, you're attractive in Asia, you're attractive everywhere. United States, Canada, everywhere. Australia, you have a high UAR, universal attractive rating. And not everyone has a high UAR. I do not. So that's something to think about. As you said, there are a lot of lies in pickup, and putting podcasts on Spotify is a great idea. In my case, you can do several things at once. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. So is indirect game the answer? Answer is fuck no. You use a tester. Excuse me real quick, I have a question. And you see her reaction. Because most likely you're dressed like a typical Curry Indian, so her reaction will be like this. I have a boyfriend. This is called a frown. You know? What is a frown? A frown is kind of like this. I bet you see this a lot. Because you're dressed like shit and you're like negative fucking stereotype. So you like to say you're cute, I want to come by and say hi. Excuse me real quick, I have a question. I got a boyfriend. Gone. So you go indirect when you have the frown. And you switch the topic with transition. Oh, by the way, I've just noticed something else about you right now. Because it's more in the moment. She's like, what? I've also noticed that you are X, Y, and Z. And then you continue the conversation. But you also want to try adaptive openers when you dress better. When you actually try to look like a white guy. Fix your fucking hair. Fix your clothes. And you instead of, excuse me real quick, I have a question. You got a little bit smirker. Just a little bit. You have a creative and artistic vibe, but fuck that shit. That's a neutral opener. That line. Replace the creative and artistic vibe. So imagine this formula as the X equals creative plus Y equals you have a creative and artistic equals Y. equals Z. Are you an artist? Creative, artistic, are you an artist? Replace this one. You have big glasses and flannel shirt. Are you a hipster? You have an accent and you are something else. Are you from Britain? You are tall and you look very athletic. Do you play volleyball? You see that? How many openers can you come up with this for this algorithm? Yeah, I still use that sometimes, like especially when they're walking very fast, and also in the mall because when you point behind them, and they kind of have to funnel them, right? They're walking this way. You point behind because the mall is very narrow. They have to look behind, so they stop. This works like almost every fucking time in the mall. The point stop. So when you stop them, blah blah. I was just going this direction, and one thing I've noticed about you was that you have this X plus Y. Are you Z? Oh, actually, I'm not. Well, that's bad. So because my friend Anna was that X exactly. So when I saw you, you remind me of her. So what do you do then if you're not an artist or whatever the fuck you said? You see that? This is adaptive openers. Adaptive openers is more in the moment. It works for everyone. Every country, every race, every single fucking person. Because this does not sound like a canned line. This is the secret right here. If you guys get value out of it, give it a thumbs up. Is not taught in the Elite 30, is not taught in the Elite Playbook. This is a top secret concept. I use this opener in Vancouver because you know what? None of the other openers work on Saturdays and Sundays because they're expecting goddamn PUAs to approach women. So they get more of a shield. But this overcomes the shield. And even going indirect, if you went indirect, excuse me, I was looking for a place like Zara. Do you know where I can find it? Then she can say whatever the fuck she wants for 15 seconds. You switch over to this one. Oh, by the way, right? You look like you have, athletic vibe about you, and you're also very chill. Are you into meditation? Oh my God, I am into meditation. How do you know that? Well, who knows? I mean, maybe I'm a little bit psychic, or maybe you're not into meditation. You see what I mean? There's a whole algorithm to this. But I digress. We're going off topic. If you guys really like it, give it a thumbs up or fucking stop giving you so much fucking free advice. Train with me. Get a Skype. Do something. Success leaves clues. 400 plus fucking testimonials. Laid. Mostly this year's all lays. Before it was lay and pull. This year's like almost all lays. Like it's just ridiculous how many fucking testimonials. In the summertime when you guys were approaching, I was getting a testimonial every single 2 days. So, anyways, positive stereotype minorities who claim they are negative stereotypes. Ooh, let's go attack this right now. This is a topic that it's really hard to talk about. Okay? They always talk about how the race, that race is like the women were not initially into them because they're black. Yeah, women were not into me because I'm black. Yeah, right. Even though that's an 8 out of 10 status. They often lump the word minority with the word negative stereotypes. You're like, what the fuck? They do. Because they're a minority, they're lumping negative stereotypes together. There's different levels of negative stereotypes. They're often like tall. They're above 5'9.5". Most of them are around 5'11". It's a lie that their height is making it. They always lie about their height for some fucking reason. Whenever they're 5'11", they always try to tell you that they're 5'10.5". But they're 5'11". It's always that height. So it's kind of weird. They always say that. It's always the same fucking height. That or 6'2", but it's usually 5'11". It's super efficient with women, more than any other height. Let's see. They're not sure why, but some are like 6'2", but they also cite, it's just the race. Like, I'm negative stereotype. They often have muscles or bulk on them, some protector status. They typically aren't super skinny by any means. Women will find that attractive in auto compliance. It's like an automatic compliance. It's not even game. When I wore elevator shoes and women were into me and talking to me, they're talking to me and my roommate. Okay? They're talking to me and my old roommate. And he was dressed pretty well, actually. See if I got a picture of him. It was pretty hilarious. But At that time, fuck is that picture? Why is shit not here? Oh, I have 2 cameras in here. What the fuck? Okay, so probably 2 memory cards. Oh yeah, and I also like ate 21 lobsters. Like lobster tails. That's fucked up, but fuck was that picture? Oh well, whatever. Oh, here it is. Pretty hilarious. You're sleeping at Nordstrom, right? Right here. And so was I. I was very tired too. So we just hang out and shit. And I told him what to wear. I told him what to wear to be a positive stereotype. And this is the interesting thing. Okay? This is the interesting thing. For him, if he dresses like Indian, he has an Indian filter because he's from India. What will happen is all the women will reject him. They won't even give him the time of day. When I pick out his clothing, right? This woman was talking to both of us. Okay? I wasn't sure because she had a deeper voice. She sounded like Billie Eilish or something, like a little bit deeper. So I was like, is that like a dude or it looks very feminine? So we weren't sure whether or not to fuck this woman. But she kept talking to both of us. When he dressed whitewash in a blazer like that, it was like just crazy. And all the women were into us. When I had the height, with the way I dress, everything, streetwear, you know, the old John Wayne jacket, that one with a dragon on the back and that golden stuff. I was wearing that one, but I was tall. I was like 5'9.5" or something with the elevator shoes, and women were into me. I was like, what the fuck? When I stand in front of women, you can see they're kind of melting in front of you because of the height. Doesn't work on teenage girls here. They're not into the tall guys because their first boyfriend is usually a shorter cuck. They always think the first guy's like shorter. He's always like fucking 5'5" or some shit like that. And what happens afterwards is once they're done with that guy, they'll bang nonstop like tall guys for the rest of their life until they get married. I know it sounds fucked up, but why does height matter so much, John? I don't know. I just know it matters. I'm a scientist. I don't have time for theories. It's just how it is. It's just the fucking truth. This whole channel is all about the fucking truth. There is no need for theories anymore. Those days, for everyone who's giving you theories and stuff, they're all lying to you. They're all trying to make money off of you. They're all marketers, the big names, and you trust them. Look at Todd Valentine. He's talking about looks, money, and status, but he doesn't talk about natural status or race. It's not what they say that matters, it's what they don't talk about. Where are your fucking infields, Todd? How come the same day lay doesn't go to the bedroom? How come it just stops out of like the cab or nowhere and is the same day lay? Todd? How come your students, you don't get results like mine? How come you don't have 400 plus testimonials? You might get like 1 or 2 like black, white guys, maybe a few black, tall, white blacks and, you know, tall guys laid. But where's all your fucking student results? Your minorities, it's nothing. It's just your fucking theories. You're not scientific. Like the way I broke down the game, right? Down to every fucking detail. Excuse me. I was going this direction. And your point is so scientific down to every detail. Standing 45 degrees. Neck not moving that much. Eye contact, hand gestures. I was just going this direction. And one thing I've noticed about you was that you have a very, could be anything. You have very blonde hair and European look. Are you from Sweden by any chance? You're not from Sweden. Oh, by the way, I've also noticed something else about you. She's like, what? You also you look like you're kind of mean. Look like you're here to find a couple of guys you can like slap across the face or something. Anyways, I was just going this direction. I know it's random. Everything just automatically comes out in the algorithm. It comes out. What's more important, hair or tall? Tall. You saw my last student in the boot camp. He's 5'11", the Asian guy. Do you all see that? If you haven't seen it, go watch it. He got 2 fucking same day lays. One in Las Vegas, and she was a Canadian blonde who was 8 out of 10 in looks, really good looking. And the second one is another white woman. She's okay. Very first fucking approach when he went to the airport after the boot camp. Oh yeah, you cocksuckers who are not, some of you should be signing up for my boot camps. I'm getting a lot of people who want to sign up to my boot camp that wants to be an instructor. Dude, I don't want no fucking competition. If you even got like 10% of my game, I'm scared of you because I'm that good. Like my game is so fucking like, it's like asking a billionaire, even if you made 100 million, it's still scary. It's not that. I'm not here to teach instructors. So I have so many fucking requests. And it's always the fucking assholes that request to be instructors are the value-taking pieces of shit cunts. It's always the value takers. Anyways, let's continue. They often have muscles and bulk on them. They tend to be more whitewashed. They're more comfortable around white women. These guys, the positive stereotype minorities, they tend to get a lot of white women. So they're not negative stereotypes. Their UAR is very high, universal attractive rating. Their game is usually way below mine, but their auto compliance is much higher. So they play on the easier mode, like medium versus me playing on nightmare. I think it's not nightmare when I have the elevator shoes. It's more like hard or very hard, but it's better than nightmare. I can assure you that. And the white people, they play on easy mode. Does that make sense? White equals easy mode, but the problem with the white people, remember, looks is out of 10. All right, white people, money is out of 5. Ethnicity or status. Earned status is like DJs, all that cool shit. And natural status, which is your ethnicity. And your game is out of 10. Most white people, they already have 10 out of 10 here. Looks, if it's high, their game is only 2. So if their looks is 8, their game is 2. 20 out of 35, that's all you need. They don't have any game. So they play on easy mode. Because the game is so easy for them to close ugly girls way below their look scale. Usually, PUAs do not close women above their look scale. Usually. Or value scale. In most cases. That's why you see a lot of number closes out there. You don't see what happens afterwards. You don't see a lot of same-day lays. So having said that, they have low level of game. They give up very easy. They're lazy as fuck, white people. White, tall, good-looking guys. They're so lazy. In fact, they're the laziest day gamers. They don't touch. They just build comfort. They don't have to do any sort of game. Like, it's like a low-level game. That's why it's not transferable. Okay, they're completely deluded, and they believe playing game on a tougher difficulty. Women are so into them, but based on their positive stereotype traits. These are the minorities, by the way. They really believe that they're playing game. They always think, it's all my game. It's all my game. The game is only transferable to tall blacks, whites, and Latinos, and maybe some whitewash Indians. But they rarely get short Asian guy testimonials or short Indian testimonials or short black guys testimonials. And if that happens, I'm always involved. But sometimes I don't get credit for, a lot of things. I don't get credit for a lot of things. Screen still working. Texting me right now. Oh, my roommate. He's sending me pictures of him, of fashion. So, yeah. I critique his fashion, so that way he doesn't look too Indian. What's the most important thing to believe is becoming super confident? Well, white shirts inside. Best look they got. This one's okay. Dude, this vest is okay. I wouldn't say it's super good. It's not whitewashed enough. It's still better than the other one, seriously. But it's not way up there. I wouldn't wear it in Vancouver. Fuck that. But it's not bad though. I'm saying it's like way better than before. Let's see. What's the most important inner game thing? I don't give a fuck about anything. Like when it comes to the game, it's not like, oh, you just believe you're a god or some bullshit like that. No, I really believe women are like dogs. They don't have any fucking value. That's what I believe. Strongest inner game thing. Imagine a dog's giving you a shit test as you asking you a shit test. I don't talk about. They're like a dog. Ruff, do you always hit on women all the time? Ruff. I don't even give a fuck what this dog says. So when you ask him about this shit test question, it's funny to me. Why is this doggy talking? Why If you guys are getting this, you get something out of this. Give a thumbs up. This is not something I want to discuss in public because it works. And when women are like, let's walk this way, doggy, go for instant date. Dog's like, but it complains. Where are we going? Oh, here's a coffee shop. Let's go this way. The dog's like pissing in the fire hydrant, right? Now the dog's happy. And then you can continue moving the dog towards your fucking home. And you'd be like, okay, doggy. Okay, no, I mean, give me a thumbs up in the fucking YouTube thing, not just over there. You know, at least people know that when I'm giving you value and train with me. Stop being cunts thinking that you can learn everything from YouTube Live. You don't learn shit compared to the inner circle for some of you. You learn like 50 fucking times more. Like, this is just a golden nugget. Like the kind of game that I know is so far beyond anything in this industry, right? You're going to be like freaking the fuck out. But women are like dogs. Like, come on, let's walk inside, dog. You just keep talking to her until she fucking can't think, right? And deal with objections until she walks in your house. Come on, doggy, I got something for you to eat. Let's all you keep talking. Let's go this way. Come on, doggy. And just stop talking once you get the key in there. How can you play on nightmare mode when you have all the secrets than them? Think about it this way. It's like surgery. It's like surgery. One mistake, right? I cut the vein, it's game over. Okay? MJ Smoothwalk. If I make one mistake in the game and I cut a vein, she's all rejects me. That means I can't make any mistakes. It's like playing Super Mario Brothers with one life. That's how it's always been. So how highly do you rate Vancouver girls? Well, they used to be very attractive, but they all moved out of Vancouver. The hot ones that you used to see in my old boot camp clips, if you guys have seen it, all the tall blondes and everything, all the hot women, they fucked off because it's too expensive to live in Vancouver now. They're in Langley or a different city. So Vancouver used to have very hot women, but now they're just ugly as fuck. So fuck that place. Tinder is death sentence for minorities. Yeah, negative stereotype minorities. Because you're fucking like dressed like a curry Indian. You have no idea. It's like your hair is just, let's coconut oil this shit. Let's move it from left to right. Yeah. Right? Oh, they love my plaid shirts. Like an Indian work shirt. What do we expect? That shows your SMV overall. You're scaring the women. But yeah, so I hope you like that inner game tip earlier in this fashion tip. Let's see. What would make me look whitewash? Hey, when you get back to Vancouver, right, I'll pick out the blazer and all the other outfits. It's not so much about which watch or which belt or whatever. But remember, like I said, fish where the fishes are and use the right bait. This is not the right bait. I have to pick it from my mental filter. I'm on YouTube Live right now. It's not bad. I'm just saying this one's not bad. If you got on sale, it's cheap, but it doesn't look exactly whitewashed. This one looks more like Latino wash. Yeah, it does. Like, well, you are like in Latinoville right now, so that's not it. And be careful what you wear there. You don't want to get like fucking robbed or some shit. Anyways, yeah. Let's see. Okay, so they're completely deluded playing the game on difficulty. Women are into them based on the positive stereotype traits. So, for example, like I'm saying. So let's talk about what a positive stereotype is. So when we look at the chart for looks, money, status, and game, right? We look at status. There's a hierarchy. There's a hierarchy. Have you had any success in Tinder? No. I never used Tinder. And when I did, I don't match with most people. I don't have high enough SMV. Like I have no matches almost. The only matches I get are like 18-year-old girls who are like really pretty or 8 out of 10. Like 2 of them. Okay. So whites, let's put whites, their natural status is already 10 out of 10. So if you look white, let's say you're a Latino guy, okay? Okay, let's say, for example, you're a Latino guy, I told one of my Latino students, he's 17 years old, he got a blowjob from an older Asian woman who's married. And also, he fucking same day lay this girl in his school. She's 18. And he got a girlfriend out of it. And this is before the boot camp. He's taking Elite 30 program. A little bit of my mentorship before the boot camp. I kicked him out before the boot camp. I usually kick out a lot of people. I'm very particular who I train. So, having said that, I told him, get the fuck out of the game. Be happy with your girlfriend. She's one of the hottest girls in his school. But he dyed his hair brown. His dad called him a faggot. It's like, oh no, you don't like your haircut. I was like, no, just don't listen to your dad. Your dad's a fucking crazy motherfucker. So he dyed his hair brown. I taught him how to do that. I gotta dye my hair brown. It's turning kind of okay. So he looked more white. Does that make sense? So he got more of a higher SMV, 10 out of 10. If a Latino looks white, it's white. If I look like a 23-year-old, right, and I'm much, much older, guess what? Even if I told women that I am whatever age, they don't care because I look 22, therefore I'm 22. And if you're a black guy, you look like you're an Indian guy, but you look like a black guy, you are treated like a black guy. You can tell her that you're Indian, you're still treated black. Does that make sense? Girls are thinking you're in old age because of beard, both sides of the head, and manly voice. Do I need girls thinking you are in old age because of beard? Okay. Both sides of the head and manly voice. Do I need to change my tonality of voice to make myself younger? Are you talking about yourself or clothing style like young style, or any different approach to them? I mean, I was looking younger, I'm approaching my way and easily open how it is, how it works different. That's a good question. Well, we got to talk about age. Have you noticed that a lot of the celebrities these days are looking a lot younger? For example, when you look at the movie John Wick, you look at Halle Berry. She's 50 years old, but she's fucking hot. She looks like much younger. Keanu Reeves is a lot younger looking than his real age. And there's a lot of people who are much older these days. So for men, there's no such thing as your age is this or that, or your game is over at 40 years old. It's purely related to how old you look like, your physical age, what you look like. So if I look like I'm 22, the reason why I shave this is you can see a little bit of whiteness here, right? I'm trying to cover it. For me, I'm trying to cover it. So I do have like a manly voice too. It's a little bit deeper. So in that too, but I look younger. So that's the difference between me and you. Like, for example, another dating coach, an Asian guy who is basically funneling Asians to night game because Asians don't think they can do day game. JT Tran. What have I told you? Me and JT Tran are almost the same age. But I look like a 22-year-old. He looks like a 45. Think about that for a second. That's how I can still bang teenage girls. He can't. It's harder for him because he looks old. It's not because he's that old, but it's because he looks older than he is. So you got to think, what creates my youth? My mother is young looking too. So this is something called telomeres. It's a genetics. So according to genetic codes, it's kind of like this is your DNA strand, but there's almost like a candy wrapper, a ribbon. The longer your telomeres is, the less likely you're going to age. That's why some celebrities do not age. And the problem with you is that if you look old as fuck, then guess what? It's going to be harder. It's going to be harder. I'm sorry to tell you that. It doesn't mean it's game over because there's a lot of guys that I know who are PUAs. For the naturals, it doesn't matter if you get older. If you have perfect social skills and perfect emotional intelligence, you can still get younger women easily. But not everyone's born as a natural. There's a lot of fake naturals out there. This natural and direct movements of these other PUAs, they don't know what the fuck natural means. They don't. They're just pretending to have a conversation with her. Pretending to have a fucking conversation, and they're going direct. And not all naturals I know actually go direct. They actually go any other way. It's not direct. They usually have very good vibes and perfect social skills. But you can see on the chart for naturals. So Social skills, social calibrations, game, emotional intelligence. They usually max out in every area except the game. They already have like the fucking 75%, like 7 out of 10. So when I was younger looking, I approached it in a way, opened up, and now it doesn't work because your SMV is different. So if your looks, money, and status in game, let's say, for example, I don't know what race you are, okay? But I'm assuming maybe you're white. But I could be wrong. But now your looks, you see that? Your looks is no longer like 7 out of 10 or whatever you were before. It's been a lot lower. It's been lower than before. So now, since this score is no longer 7 or 6 or whatever, it's like 5 or 4 or something like that. That means your overall score to 20 out of 35 is much lower. Does that make sense? And about the fashion and everything is about fitting into the right stereotype. What kind of frame do you want to fit into? Boyfriend, provider, you don't fit in that frame. Fuck boy, same day late guy, you don't fit in that frame. Maybe you can go for that. Or you can be husband material. When you're dressing rich, like me, because some women want to get married. Maybe that's what you should be doing. You should be dressing richer. A little bit like that, a little bit nicer. Not dress like a teenager. You're not a fucking teenager. Okay? I can get away with that. If I were wearing streetwear shit, I can look very young. You can't. So a lot of your physical appearance determines your age. If you're Indian, you look black, you are black. You got 8 out of 10 SMV. Congratulations. So it changes. I was younger. Look. So let's talk about this chart. For status, white people is 10 out of 10. And so far, it has been pretty accurate. Black people, if you're a tall black guy, get 8 out of 10. I don't care if you're Indian, but you look black, you're still 8 out of 10. I look 22. Guess what? I'm 22. I can tell her I'm fucking like much older. She doesn't even fucking remember. I'm still 22 in her mind. They don't care. They don't care. You can tell her that you're Indian, but you look black. It's just like you're Latino. You look like fucking, you're Indian, you look Latino. Guess what? You're 7 out of 10 tall Latinos. You see tall. So what's 6 out of 10? Middle Eastern. It depends where you are. In Europe, higher. You see in like Germany, they rape a lot of women because they don't have any respect for women. I know it's fucked up. But they're more alpha. Their behavior, they're also more positive stereotypes over there. Maybe not here. But over there. 5 is like Pakistanis, and 4 is like whitewash Indians. 3 is short blacks. Short black. Why are they not positive stereotype for short black guys? Think about it this way. You think black people, like, I don't want to sound like, prejudice, but do they have a good face? Are they pretty looking? In most cases, they're ugly as fuck. Like, no offense. My black students, like, they'll agree with me. But you got tall height, you got long dick, you got muscles. You got the protector status. And women are really into this protector status. But how come the short black guy is 3 out of 10? He does not share the same fucking height. He does not share the same muscle mass. He doesn't even have any muscles. No wonder they have inner game issues. The short black guys all have fucking inner game issues when I teach them. They're always hard cases. They're deluded and they're always like fucked up in the head. They get submissive. Of course, because now you're gaming like a fucking Asian person. Congratulations. And let me tell you, short black guys do not like fat white women. They told me that. It's because that's all they can get. I'm 26 and I want to be same day late guy. Different people give me different ages. One girl, 20. Yeah, whenever she says you're a younger age, you say, oh my God, are you fucking psychic? Holy shit, how do you know? So if she says I'm 23, holy fuck, are you psychic? Holy shit, how do you know? Yeah, if you're 175, you better get some fucking elevator shoes. You gotta get some elevator shoes. But listen, I just gave you a big fucking hint here. You guys just took it for granted. If you guys get this gold nugget, if the girl gives you a younger age than you really are and you're worried about your age, you say, holy fuck, are you psychic? If you get this, give it a thumbs up. Because now she's already trapped by her own fucking words because she's stupid. Even if you're in your 30s, she has no idea. She thinks you're like 24. Make sense? And if she's like 25, right? You just add 3 fucking years to that. You're 25, I'm 27. Or 28. I'm bad at math. The only Asian who cannot do math. Right? You're 21. I'm 24. You're 22. I'm 25. Oh, you're 29? I'm 31. Don't you get it? Oh, you're 18? Oh, I'm 21. When you're looking young, you can get away with anything. You really could. But she gives you younger age. If she gives you older age, you're like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? Are you like a fucking cougar or something? You fucking cougar means older women who likes younger guys. Are you fucking cougar? You think I'm fucking 29? Get away from me, you fucking cougar. No, I'm just joking. I'm actually. You see that? If you know the response, you can give them the perfect response. Like I know every advanced tactic there is. Then that age objection is over. You have answer for younger age, you have answer for older. But in terms of game, even though I put game as a small category, like literally when you look at my game, it is fucking like so high. It's higher than Snoop Dogg. It is so fucking high, it makes Todd Valentine look like he's in fucking like, grade school. It's like a fucking like Einstein versus an idiot. But that's how you do it. Holy fuck, are you psychic? And that's perfect because you get away with any age. You don't have to tower your fucking age. Who the fuck says he? Give a thumbs up. I don't see a thumbs up here. You guys don't get it. Who the fuck says you have to tower your real age? You don't. And afterwards, if you feel guilty about it, you can tell her in the future the more you bang her. If you bang her so many times, you think, will she forgive you? Yeah. She'll accept you. So you can make it to a win-win. And you can still tell the truth. But not right away. But John, that's very manipulative. Yeah, it's a game. Women have no mercy. Why the fuck should you guys ever have mercy? Women want it to be a win-win. I want it to be win-win. And now you're thinking to yourself, holy shit, John's very manipulative. Yeah, I know every fucking trick in the book. I even invented most of these tricks. And I also have the inner circle of the secret society of players that teach me all this shit too. I get to field test it. So there's many people, many systems, I've field tested it all. Every Daygame system, I've field tested it. So I know exactly what's positive stereotype, negative stereotypes, and all that stuff. And let me tell you, the first year I taught in Vancouver, I used to steal students from like another dating coach. I'll go to his meetup group and I would take every number of the students and I'll teach them just to see what system works. I've taught every fucking system, natural and direct, indirect. I've taught every fucking London Daygame, Justin Wayne. I wanted to see which systems work. And you know what happened to this? When I saw the results, I was very freaked out. Todd Valentine is the most boring person on the planet. Yeah, he's also autistic. He's like a fucking Asperger. He has no fucking facial expressions. Come on now. He's like a nerd that's narrow focus, weird gestures. He can barely move his fucking face, just his eyebrows move in. And sometimes he moves his tonality up and down. That's how you can tell when a dating coach is sort of like Asperger syndrome or high functioning autism. And their fucking face cannot move. Like a high leg counts guy, like, or self-proclaimed with no evidence. I mean, there's evidence, but there's no proof. It's just like the face moves like this. Like when you talk, it's just looking red one, white one, white one. Oh, okay. I'm trying to bring a tail. Come on now, Asperger's. Not fucking stupid. Todd Valentine. Show me a same day lay from beginning to end. Don't end it in the cab. Both of them did the same fucking thing. Ends it in the cab for Daygame. I'm not convinced. It doesn't end in the fucking cab or ends like when you're walking towards a building or something and it just cuts off. Proof is something that you can win a court case. Proof is beyond a shadow of a doubt. Evidence is just exhibit A, B, C. White dating coaches always have exhibits. They have no fucking proof. Yo, that's the problem. When you're a positive stereotype and you have so much value, you don't work on your game. And when you don't work on your game and somebody has to film your fucking infields, so when somebody has to film your infields, right? They're just like, for me, it's easy. Just point the fucking camera at me, first approach close. That's how it is. It's fun to be like my cameraman. Just point at the fucking thing at me and I just do your shit, John. Okay. Oh, another infield. Congratulations. It's easy. For them, it's like 50 fucking approaches. Their cameraman just watching one rejection after another, like a numbers game, SMVing that shit. So it is positive stereotypes have no fucking game. They'll eventually close because they're bait. They're fishing. They'll eventually get some fish. It's not their game. And this is why RSD is toxic, because you're just taking action with low SMV. No fashion, just SMVing it. And the taller guys might eventually get laid after 3,000 approaches. The short guys get no results whatsoever, zero. It's not game. It's game of conversions. Do you recommend approaching girls in areas where there's so many people? For example, bus stop, standing 10 people, better or less people? You're not understanding it. It depends what your objective is. I would approach the girl that has nothing to fucking do. She looks like maybe a tourist. She's bored out of her mind and she just wants to be fucked hard. She's not dressed super well. She's not like the hottest, but she's not ugly. I can convert anyone. The students like, let's talk to these two, fine, I can do it. I can keep her on the line. But if you want to be like really crafty, if you guys get this, give it a thumbs up. I shouldn't even be saying this here. Like, I know every game hack, but I don't agree with that 100%. But that's one way of doing it. It's not approaching anyone. Who in the group, right, is somebody you can same day lay the same day? If you had to close and somebody pointed a gun at you, but you only have a revolver, you have 6 shots, and you have to choose 6 girls, would you choose the same girls that you guys been choosing all this time? You'd be like, fuck no. I will never choose those ones. I will choose somebody else. Congratulations. You wouldn't choose those same fucking girls. Idiots. It's not a numbers game. As many times as these fucking white dating coaches just spam approaching is a volumes game. No, it's a game of it's learning when to fold. Think about it this way. When you're playing poker, you can fold every hand and attack the hand that you feel like you can win. You can bluff your way, fold every time, and attack hard and win the whole game. Win all the chips on the table. So now this whole game becomes a game of conversions and picking the right set, qualifying the right women. I've given you guys something big here. You guys don't realize that. Nobody knows this shit. And if you're not going for that one, but you're going for top level. So this is now a switch over to a different game. It's called Sniper Game. Sniper Game is the escalation ladder, the Wayne ladder. Same day lay. I can go for the hottest girls, tallest. I don't give a fuck. You can see my infields. I'll even post more. I'll post another tall girl who's like barely 18 years old, just by a week, and she's hot. And I fucked her across like 5 cities through transit game. Maybe I'll post that one. Then I'll post more in the future. So having said that, there is really a game out there, and you guys don't fucking know it. Just because I talk about LMS, right? You have no idea how fucking scary, powerful my fucking game is. Like, do you recommend approaching do you believe better the logistics, the better one can game? Well, yes and no. Yes and no. Before I had no logistics, so I fucked in public bathrooms and hotels and fucking across 5 cities too. Sky training her. She needs to have like a deep hook inside. That means you need to have such a deep hook emotionally that she's chasing you. She'll do anything with you. And that's hard to do, to get women so obsessed with you. This is a new level of game. But I would approach the second suggestions for top level, shots you're aiming for. You're not always attracted to every single woman, but if you are, women, it's like a mirror. They reflect off of you. So if you find her attractive and they're super hot and your game is fucking awesome, you'll project a vibe that you want to bang her. You'll give her that sort of face. And when she sees that kind of face and it's genuine and she can feel the vibe that you want to fuck her, then she'll know. And more likely that's going to lead to a lay. So sometimes a lot of you guys like to approach women that you don't find attractive. That's okay if you're aiming for a same day lay and you want to close in that particular day. But if you're aiming for a top level, top, you have to be attracted to her so much that, yeah, you need to find her attractive. Most of the women that I find really attractive, I bang them. And I give that sort of look. And it's really hard to get that kind of look for women that you don't find attractive because you just want a numbers game it. Hopefully one number will convert. I don't believe in the game of conversion. I don't believe in a numbers game. Based on everything I've, seen myself, and based on everything that even my students can close on the first approach now. Same day late. Look at the last bootcamp clip. All of you, why are you not watching the fucking bootcamp clip? How many bootcamp clips am I gonna post? You have no idea what's coming on YouTube. How many infields? How many same day late infields? And how many bootcamp students getting laid and pulling on the bootcamp? Almost every single one of them. You're like, John, 97% of the students have pulled or gotten laid on my bootcamp. Some even afterwards, I still count that. Some even before they come and train. And you're thinking to yourself, what the fuck? How the fuck can you get that many? Maybe the fucking fashion I choose. Maybe this is why people text me asking me for fashion advice. Fashion, game, social skills, emotional intelligence, and me, I can hit every single note. Like right now, I'm speaking like I care more. And you can feel it. It's pretty genuine. But in reality, I can hit every emotional note, right? And I could flirt, right? You guys could, and that's the funny thing. You guys can actually feel it when I say it. It's kind of amazing how when I say something like this, the women could feel it. But how the fuck does John be able to project that kind of vibe? Doesn't make any sense at all. What kind of emotions is this? What kind of state of mind? How is this done? So when I flirt with women, they can actually feel it. And, even when I'm teasing, right, my state of mind changes a lot. Holy shit. Oh my God, what's wrong with you? Holy shit, why do you do that? Like, you're such a bad girl. Like, seriously, I have to be careful of you. But how does the tonality change? How does the feelings change? Oh my God, what's going on? Seriously, like, you can feel it now, can't you? All of you. How the fuck does John do all this stuff? How does John connect? How does John become so natural? 18 years of game. I know every game hack there is. I invented even this one. It's called Elite 60. How to get these emotions in. And how to be like a, positive, fun, carefree, positive vibe like right now. How do I do something like this? How do I talk in such a way that I'm so confident that the women will feel like I'm a natural? With frame control and the perfect vibe, with happy, fun, carefree, positive vibe. How do I do something like this? Like even the self-amusement. How do I do something like this? I can make jokes and stuff. I can be very funny. If you guys really could feel this, give it a thumbs up. Like, holy shit. What the fuck? So John has all these tools. And I haven't even talked about this. What you just experienced, what you just felt so real, right? I can manipulate the entire audience if I wanted to become a marketer. Seriously, I can even talk like this. I'm not here to market to you guys. I'm not here to manipulate, but get my fucking bootcamp or coaching. But if I can talk like this, I can talk like I really care. And be careful with the marketers who seem like they're super nice to you. I don't want to offend your sensibilities. And I don't want to I just want to talk to you as if you're like fucking immature people, because they have like fucking sociopathic eyes. Because I just want to not offend you. Get this. They always get this. Understand this. I'm not that kind of person. I'm just gonna tell you guys the motherfucking truth. I don't have time for that kind of marketing shit. It's like everything that comes out of my mouth, right? It's like, holy fuck, I've never heard this before. But it makes so much fucking sense because I'm not trying to manipulate your conscious brain. So this is what the other dating coaches are doing. By you following their advice videos, You know how there's a left brain and there's a right brain. The left brain's the logical brain. The right brain's more of the abstract kind of brain. It's a different type of brain. It's a subconscious. So what the other dating coaches are doing and how are they manipulating you? How even Todd Valentine, you really think he gets same day infields. So the best way to understand this is like over here. Imagine this is like a mountain here, okay? And this is all water, right here, all water, okay? Water. But however, you're only looking at the surface here. See that? On the surface. So he's manipulating the surface. But what you don't realize is that for me, I'm appealing to your subconscious. Make sense? So when I'm talking your subconscious, most of you know exactly everything I'm saying is the truth. In your subconscious mind, you know that's the truth. You can't even argue with it. A lot of this stuff, it makes so much more sense when I tell it to you. It's like your filters, your mental filters change. It's like shit. Whatever John says, like fucking makes sense. And every time you do it, every time you take my advice, like when she's saying like, "What's your age?" She's like 24. You're like, "Holy shit, are you psychic?" Every line works. Every single tactic works. Every adaptive opener works. Every single thing that I teach works. And to think some of you negative stereotypes are resisting my training. The hard cases. You don't listen. When everyone else who fucking takes notes and does everything I say always gets laid. Why are you resisting? Why are you making excuses? Why are you blaming something else? Don't be a cunt. Stop driving the steering wheel and driving into the fucking ditch. Follow the fucking script. Don't change a motherfucking word on it. If it's misspelled, send it out misspelled. Asperger's on these people with autism can learn feelings, how to change face mimic when they're just in the moment talking with. How do you think? You mean, is it possible for people with Asperger's syndrome to do something like this? It's very hard. Because people with Asperger's, they're kind of like, they don't even make eye contact, first of all. Okay? They don't make eye contact. And second of all, they have very odd movements. They don't have that emotional intelligence. And most of these people with Asperger's, they cannot actually read the facial expressions of the women. For me, I have to read the facial expressions of the women because that's the only way I can counterattack. Keep them on the line. But for a lot of them, they can't do that. So what do you think about guys in UMP? I don't know who the fuck is UMP. Nor do I give a shit. I think whoever does not have same-day lay infields and whoever does not have 400 plus testimonials, I don't have any respect for you. I don't have any respect for you. I really don't. So if you got a dating coach with 15 Daygame testimonials and you think they're a fucking god, you divide 15 by 400. Then you know how much my game is different. Let's say they got 3 testimonials or one, like JT Trans Company, ABCs of Attraction. The tall, handsome dating coach is one of those examples of a positive stereotype minority. He's tall, he's handsome, he's good looking, he's muscular, but he says, "Oh, I used to be fat." Yeah, when you were fat, you didn't get any results, you cunt. But now that you're tall and good looking and you're better looking than a male model, it's not game. So it's not game. You're just teaching and that's why you only have 1 testimonial. Jan Lifestyle has 0. Maybe Jan's better looking, who knows? So 0, 1. You get a pattern here? They have very little testimonials. They cannot get the students' results. It's almost impossible because they're leveling. Their techniques are not transferable. So when we talk about negative stereotype and positive stereotype game, negative stereotypes can transfer to positive and negative stereotypes. The lower the guy's value is, the more it's transferable. Like me. Whenever you got a tall-looking guy who's black or something, he can't teach you shit because you don't have a long fucking penis, looking fucking muscular, tall height, muscles and fucking, you don't have that shit. So it's not transferable. Or a tall white guy or a tall Latino-looking guy. They can't transfer shit because the game is not just about game. It's about overall value. And if you're missing value from your ethnicity, you make up for it somewhere else. Whether it's through the fashion, whether it's through the muscles. And for me, lately, okay, although I'm a little bit chubby now, I got a little bit man boobs, I have worked on my shoulders a little bit. Don't mind me. This keeps me in my posture perfect. But my shoulders has been a lot wider. You see that? Okay. You see there's almost like a triangular thing here now. And the shoulders is wide now. It's kind of yeah. It's kind of weird, but I've been working nothing on the back except the back muscles. You know that? I've been working nothing but on the back muscles, just 2 muscles. And I kept switching the weight range, the rep range. And then I just kept eating and sleeping. I just kept working on 2 muscles. I figured it out. I had like 4 fucking buffets in 1 week. I ate 21 fucking lobsters and they kicked me out. They kicked me. I always get kicked out of all you can eat. I could eat like fucking more than like the whole table of everyone. That's a freaky thing. Maybe I'll show it one day on the YouTube. I get kicked out of restaurants all the time. So, having said that, once I realized if you have like ectomorph genes or something like that, if you eat like nonstop, I've gained some weight, right? 15 pounds in a short amount of time. But if you keep working out and changing the rep range, you can do it. Now, I've learned this from a guy with a lower SMV. He's a tall, good-looking white guy. I met him when I was meeting Dan Pena when I went to a conference, and I was bored. So I was sitting outside. He given me on a piece of paper the exact formula on how to do this. So he had diabetes. He gave me a shout out on his Instagram, but he had diabetes. So he's not exactly the highest SMV. He had to work harder to get his muscles. So he gave me a perfect formula. Maybe I'll see if I can find it. Fuck, I can't find it here. Fuck, I had it on a booklet too. But I always save the picture. So now I'm trying to turn my negative stereotype traits into more positive, especially with the elevator shoes and now widening the back. But he wrote this on a piece of paper. Okay? It has different weight ranges in different rep ranges. He says use branched chain amino acids. Having said that, it's pretty smart. He cracked the code for Asian men to gain muscles. I've never gained muscles before. I have like no deltoids whatsoever, no chest. So with style, social skills game, but without any emotional intelligence, can you do many lays? Well, think about it this way. That's a good question. Social skills, right? Social calibrations, game, and emotional intelligence. How big is emotional intelligence here? It is only like a small piece of the chart. So for a lot of tall, good-looking black guys or black-looking guys or tall positive stereotypes like minorities, they usually just focus on vibing emotions right here. Okay? And this is social calibrations. You can still do pretty well on this chart for game. If you still have enough game right here and some social calibrations and some social skills, you still cover this much. Does that make sense? Let's say, for example, you're a tall, positive stereotype minority, but you're focusing on emotions and maybe some social skills. You still got 50% here, right? And a little bit of game. So it depends how you want to max out your stats. And let's say, for example, you want to focus mostly on game, but you don't have any social skills. Game and yeah, it just depends on how much you want to fill. In most naturals, right, they already have all 3 perfect here. Perfect body language, perfect social skills, perfect emotional intelligence, and they just need a little bit of game, less game. Does that make sense? Why do you care more about day game than night game? Well, for me personally, I never liked night game at all because I always think all Asians are using night game like JT Tran and Queefing Casanova, that faggot with big muscles and steroids. Like, come at me, bro. I don't give a fuck what you think, Queefing Casanova. You know that. You know that. Because I got more fucking student results than you. Like, bedroom stuff, yeah, I have in my infields. I also have in my fucking students' testimonials too. You see the infields, you can see them in the bedroom, fucking the women. And I don't even care if that's illegal. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. You'll never figure out who the woman is anyway. But the point is this. I got more than you. More proof than you. And this is not like night game. This is day game. So I digress. My point is night game is more like Asian men are addicted to night game. JT Trent, all the Asians are sucking off night game. And this is why. Because in night game, do you think in night game you need social skills? So Daygame, you need like 50 times the social skills. Like it's completely different. So for Asians, they don't have to use social skills, right? And second of all, do they need like really good emotional intelligence? Because Asians don't feel any emotions, most of them. Most Asians cannot connect with the women. They can't even like connect. Nobody, they're all lying to you when they think they can. That's the biggest secret. Most Asians have they have a warrior gene, the Genghis Khan gene, the psychopath gene. They don't connect with women. And that's why they can't really talk to women like this and be curious about them. That's why they always talk about themselves. This is why Asians suck. So therefore, you don't need that much emotional intelligence. You just need enough some cocky, funny shit and a little bit of flirting. So for them, they improve the body language and ABCs of attraction and a little bit of what they call verbals as what queefing Casanova thinks, a little bit of social skills. They have shit game, but it's enough for them because the women are down to fuck. DTF. DTF. At nighttime, the women are down to fuck. At day game, they're not down to fuck. Does that make sense? They're not drunk in the daytime. You need a lot of social skills and then you need a lot of emotional intelligence. Asians are into night game. I'm not into night game because I don't want to be like these fucking Asian guys who just, because most of the Asian guys are always asking me this. John, do you have a night game in your program? I said, no. Why not? Because I don't fucking like night game. I don't like to drink. I don't drink. I don't fucking like this, loud music and shit. It's fine, but these women are all down to fuck. They're drunk and they're going after taller guys in Vancouver. I'm the shortest guy there. At nighttime, all the tall Uyghurs come out. There's a lot more competition. A lot of naturals come out at night too. They don't even go into nightclubs. They go on the outside and they just approach the women. So for me personally, I don't like night game that much. I don't. There's nothing about it I really like. And I think is a crutch for Asian men. I really do. I think they're fun because of JT Tran and Queefing Casanova. They don't have any day game testimonials. Have you noticed this? Let me ask you guys a question that you guys cannot answer. How come these two Asian dating coaches, including Jen, how come they have no day game testimonials? I know day games like they're trying to offset the lack of social skills and their emotional intelligence with height, right? Does that make sense? Because they're lacking these two things, right? Like tall, good-looking Asian dating coaches. So looks, money, status, and game, they try to increase the height for the looks. So they compensate with looks for the lack of game. That's why the taller guys can get some results in night game. But the shorter guys, they can still get it because this doesn't matter. But when you add day game, right, when you have to bring these two back, the short guys are all fucked. Except my students, they actually get some good results in day game. They could same day lay. They need an excessive amount of social skills, and they have an excessive amount of game. They're a little bit emotionally fucked. Sorry, Asian guys, but just telling the world the secret. You guys don't actually connect. That's a big secret. The secret's out. Sorry. All of you. Every student I've ever trained in my fucking life. None of you can connect. And you're narcissistic as fuck. You talk about yourself around women. You're not even curious about her fucking life. What's wrong with you? Like, you don't even ask her questions about herself. You don't even want to dig deeper. You just, like that fucking ABCs of attraction instructor, when you look at his infield for his date, he just talks about himself all day like an autistic fuck. Like a narcissist. But he's tall, so it doesn't matter. Hope that makes sense. I don't like night game. Even you don't care. But I do care a lot about my students, so I can empathize really well with my students. If you're not my student, then I don't care about you. But if you are my student, I do care. And you can see how much I care about Asian men because I'm trying to save them all. I'm even building a free course for them. You can look in the top right link or some shit like that. There's actually one that goes to my Wix site. You can sign up for that course. It's free, just to help the Asian men. So I do care. I have a lot of empathy for my own race. And I will, of course, I'm a complete demon to those who hurt the Asian men. Like, I will keep coming after you over and over, even if you're Asian instructor funneling them into night game. I'm like Jesus. I'm very nice and caring and loving and forgiving. But I'm also like the devil if you fuck with me. Like, I'm probably the scariest, coldest person you ever met in your life without a sense of mercy. So there's two sides to me. But most of the time, this is more of my higher self, my nice side that you guys see. I don't wear a mask. Have you noticed in marketing, everyone who wears a mask is sounding extra nice to you, but their eyes look like completely crazy and psycho. They're psycho. They're sociopaths. They're there to make money. They'll have this crazy looking eyes like Charisma King, RSD Todd, Julian, a lot of dating coaches, Justin Wayne too. They have this crazy looking eyes. If you just look, don't look at the smile. Look at the eyes. No matter what they say, look at the guys who are in self-development or into marketing. Look at their eyes. All the sociopaths have the same eyes. Look at Kai Lakehound's guy. Stressed out eyes like Hitler. Anytime they have the eyes, they're fucking like manipulate you. So you guys, I have to teach you all about marketing in the future, all of you. To all my fans. So you know exactly how they're marketing to you. All the dating coaches. You see the eyes and you'll see exactly all their tactics. I can name everything. I know every tactic, but I don't use them. I really don't. I just tell you guys the truth. And I'm hoping some of you are smart enough to get it. And the ones who are smart enough to get it usually gets laid. When they understand this chart and everything. They get laid and you become another testimonial. It's almost like I'm filtering the kind of students who are able to understand what I'm saying. Most people don't. So, any more questions? Let's see if I can end this. Because sometimes this computer freezes up a little bit. It's really annoying. Yeah, something's wrong with it. I'm using Google Chrome, but hopefully this will end. Ask me a few more questions. Yeah, I can feel a lot of empathy because I'm showing you guys exactly how positive stereotypes and negative stereotypes are. I can empathize with anyone easily, especially my students. I know everything about them. So, how would you game a girl who's with her family on a day or her husband in a day? Remember what I told you about choosing the women who are not busy, who have nothing to do? That kind of question, whenever I have a question, how you get two girls? John, I can approach like a machine gun. You know what that means to me? You're an egotistical fuck. You're just doing this for your ego. You won't close. You won't close. But if you wanted to, you can use statements of empathy. Hypothetically speaking, you have to call out the situation in the room. I know it's random as hell. I'm talking to your daughter. I just want to ask you for permission to her father. I'm a very nice guy. And I know it's weird. You guys call out everything. I know it's weird. But maybe, with your permission, I would like to speak to her. And if you guys like who I am, genuinely, but just call everything out. Once you call everything out, then the awkwardness is gone. But this is not something you should fucking do. That's a fucking egotistical move. I've done it before. And that works. But that's unnecessary. That same kind of energy you could be using towards another woman has nothing to do. Do you know Elliot Rogers was subscribed to Julian? I'm not surprised. How are you? I'm not surprised. Julian's married now, but I want to say to Julian Blanc, you taught Jan lifestyle. You killed all of Vancouver. You killed like 400 Asian men. Congratulations, you cunt. You're an evil fucking person. You're a sociopath. Look at your eyes. I'm not stupid. The three vibes. Why do you think Julian Blanc talks about three vibes? Vibes, energy, feelings. Like I told you, the guys who are using more emotions are already above the line of fuckability. They just need to emote a little bit just to get over that line, build traction, and just fucking three vibes. Let's fucking do a little bit of challenging. Let's do a little bit of self-amusement. Let's have a little bit of a fun vibe. I mean, dominance, self-dominance, challenging, and fun vibe. I know his whole fucking game. I know everyone's game. I feel test everyone's game. That does not work in Vancouver. A short Asian guy who's creepy with no emotions are vibing it. They're switching the vibes. Have self-amusement. I just like to snort cocaine off of my dick. Where are you from? Another self-amusement. Yeah, that's so funny. Because another day, girl wants to smoke coke off of my dick. Are you from Vancouver? Nice. I just thought you were attractive and I want to come by and say hi. I know it's random as hell. I'm like tall and strong and good looking. And then it's like another self-amusement and then another fucking question. What are you doing for fun? Do you text? That's not game. That's an autistic fucking game, Julian. You kill most of the Asians with your fucking sociopathic game. And when people say Julian's the best, well, his game does not work in Vancouver for Asian men. How is he the best? He is actually the worst. The worst. He's a tall white guy. So you can see why tall white guys have positive stereotypes, cannot transfer their game over. It's disgusting. Just thinking about it makes me want to like fucking puke. Seriously. What the fuck, dude? No wonder you're like, you know, most of your fucking, like those students. I remember one guy who was a complete sociopathic Asian guy. He wanted to train under me. So he kept making me wait for him for hours at the boot camp. I told him which fashion to wear, so he got late at nighttime. But then later on, it's like, I'm going to charge you more money for asshole tax. He's like, oh, if you're going to charge that much, I might as well go to Jen. And you know what happens when he went to Jen or Julian's game? He got arrested. So they fingerprint him because they thought he's putting his hand on the woman's breast. But he's just putting on their shoulders. But he's autistic as fuck. So he got fingerprinted and arrested. And good riddance. Because none of my students ever got in trouble before because they're socially calibrated. Julian. Jan got in trouble by the news. And he calls it good publicity. No, I fucked up his career. He got crucified just like Julian Blanc. And they both have the same game. Sociopath game. Doesn't work. What do you thought about when she's with her husband, though? You said that you can convert any girl. With her husband is a lot harder. He'll punch you in the fucking face. Or pull her away. So there's nothing you can do. I didn't say I can convert every girl. I just said I can close in the first approach. But if there's a strategy behind it, how will I do it? I have banged a lot of women who have like a husband. Or they're like engaged. They already had a baby and stuff. So it's not, you want to do this more like privately. You want to separate them or when the husband's gone. I know this is very manipulative shit. Tell her that, listen, I know you have a husband. Statements of empathy, call it all out and everything. But when I saw you, right, I was just like, I was curious about you. I want to get to know you better. We can hang out sometime. And she's like, I got a husband. I don't care about your husband. Listen, he doesn't have to know about us. So you try and make it like an anti-slut defense. You have to keep it secret. Don't worry, nobody will know about this, you know? And women are willing to cheat. You know, I just get to know each other. We can drink and alcohol and we'll just see how the night goes. Just try to frame it that way. I'm glad you're married. I'm glad you're happy. Congratulations. I don't care. Don't worry. Nobody has to know anything. That's how you say it. Nobody has to know anything. Just between us. You don't fucking tell anyone. Give her that night of fun. She'll cheat. Depending on your value. And then you have to make it very discreet. You don't want to close on a text. You want to close it more like Instagram because you don't want the boyfriend to see that kind of text. I know this is very manipulative shit, but if you want to close that way, you can. So with women with boyfriends, I usually do something like that. She says she has a boyfriend. It's just like a dog. Oh, I have a boyfriend. It's like, oh, that's great. And she's like, what the fuck? Anyways, he doesn't have to know about us. And I just keep going on and on looping it. You know, he doesn't have to know. You try and make it into a secret. Like Casanova did the same thing. He made sure that women, nobody knows what happened because you don't want to fuck up her social value. That's what she's scared of. She don't want to be labeled as a slut or a cheater. But if there's a way she can get away with it with a higher value guy, she would do it. Women are like that. They'll fucking cheat. So just because you're with them doesn't mean you're like completely with them. They'll fuck another guy easily, depending on who. Maybe some are loyal. But when she sees a much higher value guy and she's like emotional and you're a beta provider, you're a friend, your boyfriend fucking provider, you're in a beta zone. She's looking for the same day late fuckboy guy, that kind of guy. She would cheat. She would cheat for sure. Depending on who. But it's pretty common these days. Thank you for becoming Jackie Chan. Start doing more and Mortal Kombat. Wait, then you become Jackie Chan and start doing Mortal Kombat? Is that a racist joke or something? Dinas Patrukas? Like what do you mean Jackie Chan? Is that like some I don't understand. Start doing Mortal Kombat. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know what your ethnicity is. Because I'll roast you right now. Like, what are you trying to say? Like, why would you point out my ethnicity? Yeah, I'm Asian. I fucked like every like type of woman, every race, almost. So, no, I mean like when your husband, we become Jackie Chan, we start doing Mortal Kombat. No, when the husband, you don't do this around the fucking husband. You just say you pretend you're asking for directions when he comes, right? And you're looking for this place, and you'd be like, right. But the problem is that sometimes she might like, if she's really loyal, she's like, no, this guy's trying to hit on me. Then you get in trouble. You just want to get away as soon as possible when you see the husband. Just say, oh, I'm just asking for directions. I gotta get going. Nice to meet you guys. And just blink at her and just like, yeah. And she'll get it. If she's willing to cheat, that will happen. If she's not, she'll just tell, this guy's trying to hit on me. It depends on your fucking value. It depends on your value. But why would you want to do something like this? Don't do it in front of the fucking husband. Like I said, you wait for the right opportunity. It's just like when you approach, you don't approach like a fucking fast walking woman, or you don't approach one that is busy. You approach one that has nothing to do. There's different opportunities. When the husband leaves, you can approach. You can wait a little bit and then do all that. That's not the right opportunity. That's fucking ego. Thank you for the value. It's not about just value. Just fucking take my coaching, guys. Stop being cunts. Stop being the kind of guy who's just getting a free Skype out of this thing. I didn't give you guys a free Skype for a free Skype. I want you guys to realize I am the world's best day game coach in the world. Who has 400 fucking late post testimonials? Go on my site, www.johnnylee.com, and scroll down. Fucking watch. Like, I haven't even posted all the video testimonials because it takes too much time to fucking censor their faces and to put all the screenshots of their lays and stuff in it. You have no idea how many more fucking testimonials than 400 right now. It's scary. It's scary how many testimonials. This is just what you saw on YouTube is less than half of what I fucking got. Most of you are like, holy shit. If that, whatever you see, all these testimonials is less than half. And this is just the video ones. What about all the other cunt motherfuckers, like tall black guys who got laid under my coaching, but they're Justin Wayne dick lickers, and they don't want to give me a testimonial because they're still loyal to them. But even though they got no results with Justin Wayne, you got like a million polls, no lays, and then I fix that shit. And then you got other guys who are just too afraid to post their video testimonials because of their reputation as a PUA. So other dating coaches are trying to take credit for this stuff. Then you got other students who are like fucking, yeah. If every student made a video testimonials that got laid, there would be too many. So these are just the guys who are more grateful. Think about all the cunts that did not make a video testimonial. Fuck them. Just ungrateful, value-taking piece of shit. I know I'm giving value, but I don't want to be like RSD when I'm giving you value and you feel like you have to reciprocate. I want you to train under me. Take a boot camp. Get the elite bundle. Elite 30 in the playbook. You get to Skype with me 5 times. That's fucking smarter than whatever the fuck you guys are doing. Just watching RSD videos and mentally masturbating and approaching women in front of their fucking boyfriends or husbands. And like, what the fuck? Do you guys want to get laid? Stop resisting. And I had another student who was like a negative stereotype. He's like, oh my God, height doesn't matter. I'm 5'3". I don't want elevator shoes. I don't want my mindset to be down. I'm not going to feel insecure. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Get some fucking elevator shoes, you fucking midget. Like, seriously, what? Are you mental or something? This is not fucking RSD shit. Get some fucking elevator shoes. Stop being a cunt. You have no choice. And he got a watch. He didn't cut his fucking hair. And his hair is like as long as a fucking woman, like a tranny. Oh, yeah. And he's like, what's wrong with my hair? I don't want to fade the sides. Yeah. All my students have done it. Every single fucking student on boot camp all have to get a haircut, even in front of me. And if they don't get a haircut, I'll grab them by the fucking neck and throw them in the chair. There's no like mercy. I don't give a fuck what you guys think when you train under me. It's about results. You guys can give me your RSD bullshit, all the negative stereotype looks don't matter. I don't give a fuck. I'm not even gonna listen to that shit. I tell you, fix this, you cunt. I'm glad you got the wash, but you still need to fix your fucking hair. Stop wasting so much time. The longer you take, speed of implementation, the longer you take, the more you push back your results. You have an amazing vibe, bro, in your voice. Okay. Well, think about it this way. How can you increase the volume in your voice? If you breathe in, you hold your breath. So you breathe in 4, you hold it in like 16. Breathe out 8. Now listen to what happens when I talk. It's louder than usual. I'm just speaking the same volume, but my lung capacity can get a little bit louder. And listen to this, okay? If I make a lower humming sound right here before it cuts off, okay, now listen to my voice. Have you noticed it changed? Not only is it louder, but it's also deeper. Hey guys, this is Johnny Elite. Now I sound like a news reporter. What the hell? What happened to my voice? I know every single trick in the game. I know every single game hack. I know how to do all this stuff. I know how to get you guys a deeper voice. I know how to make it louder. I know how to make it more resonance. I can teach you how to master your own vocal tonality and your vibe. It's very easy, and especially when you learn how to flirt with women, you can change the speed too. You can change the notes. You can also change the feelings. Do you have a better camera or better cameraman in the other infields? I don't know. I just fucking point whatever. I just lost. I lost a $500 camera, Osmo, right now. So I was just pointing like a sport camera, and just say, John, go do your shit. It's like, hey, Pitbull, just here's your leash that's off. Just fucking go do your shit, and then just record it and try to get as much as they can before the battery die. So that's how it is. I mean, if it's not the best camera, right, for the infields, I mean, it's a fucking infield. It's not like fucking fake Justin Wayne infield. It's like real shit. It's just a bunch of people that just watches me same day lay in the first approach and just points whatever the fuck they can point at me. That's all it is. It's not rocket science. Sorry, he's not perfect. If you want perfect infields, right, then just fucking look at like all these fake infields from London Daygame. Perfectly like framed, perfectly this. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm just get whatever you can before the batteries die. Just fucking point it and just let me do my shit. How you change your voice? I just showed you how to change my voice. So how you change your vibes into a talking vibe when you don't want to talk, but you see a beautiful girl? How do you change your vibe into a talking vibe when you don't want to talk, but you see a beautiful girl? I have no idea what the fuck you just said. Can you clarify that for a second? I do not fully understand what you just said. Yeah, I mean, I can change my voice anytime I want, like here I am, like Justin Wayne, looking for like Jamba Juice or something. Like, yeah. Hey guys, RC Tyler here. I'm fucking going. Yeah. Hey. So yeah, I'm very good with impressions. I can do impressions of a lot of people. I have no idea what the fuck you just asked me. Eventually. I'm supposed to be teaching my class, the inner circle, right now. But I'm spending this time with you guys, so I have to eventually, go back to that class. I have to teach them this time. I was teaching them 5 personalities. Originally, I had 5 different personality traits. So the first one is called Fire. It's more of an aggressive personality in Daygame. And number 2, it's called Earth. This is more the stability. This is the old game I used to teach. The stability style is more like or flirting, a lot of teasing, touching, but you're very stable, you're very dominant. Number 3 is Justin Wayne's game, which is more like water. You're very beta, but you're also touching a lot. Number 4 is the wind, which is more natural. Number 5 is called the void. It's a mix of all to pull. You can switch all of them. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about, John? I'm talking about this expert level, advanced level game. Switching the personalities. Give a thumbs up, because I'm not supposed to be talking about this. Mayweather may have perfect defense, and he cannot be hit, just like Elite 30 in my program. He cannot be hit, rejection proof. But also striking, counterpunching. But no one's ever talking about switching personalities, because Mayweather can defeat any opponent. He makes 4 adjustments in the fight. So if the first style does not work, he switches style number 2. Then style number 3, style number 4, and he cracks the code. No one has been able to make 4 switches in a boxing match. Adaptation. The personalities can adapt, and also knowing which 6 frames the woman is. You can change your escalation ladder. That means it's not about goddamn fucking romance. It's not about hand-holding. Oh, I'm going to fall in love with me. We have to break up. This fucking romantic shit, my students don't even use it in the boot camps. Nobody does romance when I teach them. It's all about sexual connection. Oh, you fall in love. Oh, you forgot my name. Oh, you broke my heart. What the fuck? She doesn't see you as a boyfriend material. You're a fucking short Asian guy. Why are you using romance? Are you stupid, like a fucking retarded? Justin Wayne uses romance. He has 6 testimonials, all instructors. Sexual connection, 400 testimonials. 400 lays and pulls, mostly lays. So why are you not in a state of talking when you see a beautiful girl? How do you change that, bro? When you're not in a state of talking, but you see a beautiful girl, how do you change that depressive state? You're depressed because you're not talking with her. Get laid more. And stop being a cunt. That's my advice. They're just dogs. Why are you afraid? Because you're frame controlled by women. Because all this fucking media and shit. This woke shit that women are frame controlling all the guys. Now the guys are manginas. And when you watch movies now, like Battle Angel Alita, and you have all these man-hating women hating on her because it's too feminine, and you got this new Rambo movie, right? The most violent movie. He's killing Mexicans, like cartel gangs and shit. It's the most violent fucking movie. But people love it. People are giving it a thumbs up, an IDBM or something. But the critics hate it. So you're being frame controlled by society to be a pussy. Don't give a fuck what anyone else think. Just approach her. I'm not bothered. To me, she's just a goddamn dog. It's not to be politically incorrect. I'm sure women could be smart academically, although they're fucking retarded when it comes to relationships. They can't lead anything except into the ground. Stop getting frame controlled by women. They're lesser than you. They haven't earned anything in this fucking society. They haven't built anything. They only built like Terminator Dark Fate, which is a bunch of men, like manly women. They haven't done shit. They only made babies. But outside of that, they have destroyed everything with their ideology. Destroyed dating culture, everything. That's why it gives me a job. I'll never always have this job because of them. Because guys are tired of this. Stop being frame controlled by women, like I'm saying. Stop being a cunt approach. Stop thinking. If you want something, no matter what, make no fucking excuses. Just go on and do it. If I want it, like something, I don't give a fuck how I feel. I'll do it. It's irrelevant how I feel or what I think. I just fucking do it. I'll say this again. It's irrelevant. Just be comfortable with the uncomfortable. Just fucking do it. That's the best advice. Don't just do it. Just fucking do it. Fuck your feelings. Fuck what you feel. Walk with your legs and figure it out afterwards. And you'll be surprised. Because now it's like, oh shit, you talked to her and nothing bad happened. Maybe I'll try again. Somebody else. The first one's harder. And then it's like, oh, it's not that difficult, is it? Nothing. Give a thumbs up if you're getting this, if you're getting some value. Because 4 thumbs up ain't shit. I'm sure there's going to be a ton more. Usually my videos like for YouTube Live, it's all thumbs up, except for one cunt who gives a thumbs down. Some offended snowflake, cuck. And for the guys who thinks it's too long, just go back again, notebook, and write everything down. All the major points that you do not understand that's different from your game. I hope that helps you, JP. I hope that helps you. Just stop being a cunt. Fucking do it. Walk over there. The problem is just thinking. A lot of guys are just thinking too much. I like to pretend there's a fucking light switch here. Click. No excuses. Brain turns off. Legs are walking. Sometimes I walk up to a woman. It's like, hey, I have no idea why I'm talking to you. My legs just start walking in your direction. I remember saying that in one of my infields, the one with the 2 girls in it. And yeah. So they're still in high school. That's beside the point. They're legal. The point is, I just said, my legs are walking in direction. I have no idea why I'm talking to you. How did I get here? Who are you? Why are we talking? It's fun. Just fucking do that in your first approach. I just want to see what will happen. You will not slap me. Oh, you're not gonna slap me. What am I saying? Just self-amuse. Oh, that's not so bad, is it? I just want to get rejected. Hey, how are you doing? And you realize it's not so bad. And go for the next one. It's that simple. You want something, you do it regardless of how you feel or what you think. If there's no more questions, then I can use the bathroom. But like I'm saying, if every Asian guy does not get Elite 30 from hard case to hero, I just want to say, like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Just going to fail with all the other Asian dating coaches in RSD. Get Elite 30. I built it for you guys. Because you guys have, like, symptoms that are like Asperger's. No fucking social skills. No social intelligence. None of that shit. Okay. There's no more questions, and this thing doesn't fucking freeze up. I'll try end the stream. I don't know why everything is so laggy on Chrome. Fuck Chrome. Fuck, now I scrolled up, now I'm stuck. Okay. I'm surprised. Yeah. So, yeah, I gotta teach the other class. Good talking to you guys. Go get a program. Stop being cunts. That's all I'm saying. And adapt. It's all about values, all about keeping it on the line. And in terms of game, like I said, you guys know right now from what you're hearing, I'm probably a lot more advanced after 18 years of game and field testing every style. You kind of figure it out. You make one too many fucking mistakes. Eventually, you're going to figure it all out. So that's how I came up with a lot of these conclusions. It's based on the student results. I'm a scientist. I'm not exactly like a theorist. I don't work in theories. I'm not Charisma King or RSD. It's all a science. I tell you exactly the results that the students get, and people get butthurt. It's like, dude, if you're Latino, you don't fucking dye your hair brown, right? They're gonna think you're like Latino and not white, and it's gonna be harder. Blah, blah, blah. I tell you the real shit. If you're Indian, right, stop dressing like a curry Indian. My students who are whitewashed, I just tell you exactly what happens for my students in the boot camps and also all the testimonials. So let's see. Forget the chord. Personality. Personality, that's more advanced kind of game. If you're a high value person, right, and you're trying to approach 9s and 10s, if you try to build a connection as you think, it's not going to work. It takes a lot of personality. A high value person has a different personality. There are certain things he will say and will not say. Because you got to think, if women are always going to swipe left on all the other guys in real life, they're always filtering them. They're always looking for that one reason to auto reject you. You act in any low value fucking way, you'll be auto fucking rejected. But the personality can change. For example, when you text a girl, I bet most of you guys are needy as fuck. You write big fucking text. Your personality is needy. You don't act like a high value guy. Food for thought. Am I right? So personality is very important. Personality might be more important than vibes. Vibes is just a byproduct. Personality is more important. But this is more advanced level shit. I know Justin Wayne was talking about personality enhancements, personality. No, he doesn't even understand the half of it. 5 personalities. 5. Fire, earth, wind, water, void. This is the kind of things that you guys don't understand. Like, I don't talk a lot about stuff, but if I had a student who's very advanced, I get him his results much faster. If I have a normal case, which is just like intermediate, I teach them intermediate. like his next level. If your guys are just beginners, newbies, hard cases, I teach you within wherever you are. But I'm talking about more advanced level game here, or expert. Most people, even in advanced, do not understand personality. They just SMVing it. There is so much more game than you guys understand, and everything I'm saying to you guys is completely different than anything RSD has said or Mystery ever said, or London Daygame or Justin Wayne. There is a whole level of game that's just scary out there. And there are guys out there in the secret inner circle, the secret society, who teaches me how to wear all these watches, every single shoe, every single belt, every single cologne that gets women. There's a secret level of game out there that is kept hidden from the public. And I know all the game hacks. So the reason why I don't talk about a lot of this advanced level shit is because I really want to keep all the other dating coaches in the dark. I don't put everything in my fucking products. You guys think I do, or my YouTube live. You don't know shit. The stuff you learn in inner circle it depends on the anchor. It gets deeper and deeper. The products are only like fucking 30% of my game. And that's a lot. That's enough to get 400 testimonials. Inner circle is like around like 60% or 65%. But nobody knows everything. Bootcamp students know a lot more. But nobody knows everything. The kind of level of game, RSD Max is a good-looking, strong, positive stereotype, short, white guy. He is like a male model-looking guy. You think he has any fucking game? Naturally, come on. No. I think he fucking sucks. I think he can get results, but doesn't mean it's because of his game. It's because of his looks. That's what I think. RSD Max sucks. Fuck RSD Max. So I don't think he's that good. Because I used to have a student, a Middle Eastern student. When I trained him, RSD Max was also there with Willie Beck. So this was in, I don't want to say in Europe. A lot of blondes there. So for privacy's sakes. However, saying that, my student eventually banged a Swedish blonde. And that's all he wanted. But for him, like he pulled her a few times, but he couldn't close because he got scared. So he put his shirt back on the first time. The second time he got a hand job or blow job. Third time he fucked her. She was on a period. And he finally fucked her when it's over. The thing is that he was a cameraman for Willie Beck, and they did 50 fucking approaches, Max and Willie Beck, just to get one date or insta-date or date. That's how bad they are. White people are as bad as I tell you. I'm not joking. White people are so shit at game, going direct and all that shit. It's a numbers game. It's an SMV game. It's just they're going to catch a few fish. There's no conversions. It's always huge volume. SMV. There's no game. There's so little game. And compared to Todd, right? Todd at least have more game than Max. At least there's some kind of structure. Although I don't think Todd's game is very good. You can't remember 12 fucking concepts or something and go in the field. It's not like that. It's like algorithm. The real structure. Excuse me real quick, I have a question. You look like somebody who has a lot of makeup and big eyes. Are you Korean? There's always a formula. Todd does not have a formula. He just has a list of 12 things to remember all the time. Don't forget, you got to do a little bit of this. Don't forget to do this. How can the fuck you can remember? You need to be trained like a martial art or like a military. And this is why I'm so good at teaching students. I literally teach in drills and stuff. Like a fucking martial arts. It's like you're being trained in a real boot camp. That's the difference. So, yeah, I got to get going. It's almost like fucking 2 hours. And it's been a long time. But this topic, I wanted to talk about it for a whole fucking week, but I couldn't figure out the words to say because it's so complex. But now you know that minorities can be also positive stereotypes. In their game, although it's better than the white people, it's not like as good as a negative stereotype. So, hope you guys learn a lot. Give it a thumbs up, all of you. So I know. I mean, last video got so many fucking thumbs up. Whoever gave it a thumbs down deserves nothing but like fucking kick in the nuts. Metaphorically speaking. Anyways. See if I can stop it. Let's see if this computer fucking freezes or not. Okay, I'm pressing end stream right now. Oh, fuck, not again. Oh my god. So how am I gonna end this stream if this thing just keeps like freezing up? And why is it freezing up? Shut up my other browser. End stream. Fuck. How am I gonna close this? Do I just close the browser and go back in and then close it from there? Because last time I couldn't even do it. Fuck.